And we're here. And we're weird. Hopefully everything's coming through okay. So, why am I on? Well, because I feel like being on. There's a couple of things I'd like to look at, a couple of things I'd like to talk about. And I figure, why not just talk about it to random people who might or may not be out there? Who knows? I mean, we're just all fun people, just trying to get along, trying to do things. So, partying about my sniffles, but it's allergy season and it's terrible. Anyway, as I was going to say here, I'm just kind of testing a few things and wanted to talk about something. So, we're going to pull up a little bit of news. So, you got to put up with that a little bit now, don't you? Isn't that just fun? Of course, the biggest thing that I never know is, am I coming through okay? I hope I am. We certainly hope so. Anyway, so So by now, you probably all know that our, one of the people that we like to poke fun of amongst atheists is no longer with us. Pat Robertson. Pat Robertson was an American media mogul, religious broadcaster, political commentator, and presidential candidate and Southern Baptist minister. He died on June 8th, 2023, at the age of 93. Somebody forget to put him back in the freezer? I mean, come on. He was the founder of the Christian Broadcasting Network and the Christian Coalition. And he ran for the 1988 Republican presidential nomination. He is one of the most prominent and influential Christian broadcasters and entrepreneurs in the United States. Equal parts religious leader and cultural warrior. Ooh, he was a cultural warrior. He also united tens of millions of evangelical Christians through the power of television and pushed them in a far more conservative direction with the personal touch of a folksy minister. Yeah, he was kind of a fun minister. I do have to say he was kind of fun. He was known for his controversial views on many social and political issues, such as homosexuality, abortion, Islam, feminism, climate change, and natural disasters. He often made predictions about the future based on his interpretation of the Bible, which is something that the Bible tells you you shouldn't do. Such as the end of the world or the outcome of elections. He was actually using the Bible to predict the outcome of elections. He was a very special type of person, I tell you. Very, very special. Some of his predictions were later proven wrong and retracted. He was a charismatic and divisive leader who had a lasting impact on American politics and religion. Yeah, he's going to have a lasting impact. I mean, look at what the religious right has been doing since he's been around. Ooh, look at that. It goes off the screen and into the void. Whee! Oh, anyway. I enjoyed listening to Pat Robertson. I enjoyed him making a fool of himself in so many different ways. Never wish ill on anybody. 93 years old. Ripe old age. That's good. Good for him. But I still swear somebody forgot to put him back into the deep freeze when they were done with him on the 700 Club. The 700 Club. The bane of my existence. I tell you, come on television late at night, you're watching something, you're enjoying their television programming, and all of a sudden it's, and now the 700 Club. Oh, boy. But really, we've lost a good source material as atheists. My condolences to his family, friends, what have you. But we can move on. I'm sure we're going to find more people that we can have fun with. That was one of the things that came up. Another thing that came up is the new Diablo video game has a music video that's just been released, and it has from Halsey and BTS, which is a K-pop artist. And apparently BTS's fans aren't too happy with him. And they are a little bit sour on the satanic imagery. I mean, it's a video game called Diablo. What else do you expect? You're going to have satanic imagery. And there's nothing you can do about that. You know? And just at least it's displaced that earlier song that was causing all the rage this year with Unholy. That was the name of the song. Can't remember the artist. I could always look it up here. And, you know, that was kind of a fun little thing there, too. You know, let's see. That was Unholy with Sam Smith. And especially with Kim Petras. That really made people really go crazy, man. Speaking of crazy things in the music industry, it seems like more and more people are accusing famous artists of inappropriate behavior. Rammstein has been in the news lately. Apparently, Till's been accused of getting into things that he shouldn't. It's just part of our culture now. Everybody's going to be talking about this person and that person, and the fact that they're doing this and that, and they might have actually done something. I mean, what else is new? But other than that, I do have one other thing I do want to talk about. I have to pull it up. So give me a second. In the meantime, I want to try this little thing out since I'm playing around with things here. I just want to test out something while we're doing this. So I'm going to test this. And we'll see how this works. So I found it. So apparently, in Saline County, Arkansas, somebody has donated a book to the library system. It's a picture book for children. It's a diabolical bedtime story called The Satanic Temple Presents Goodnight Baphomet. Now, one of the things that really ticks me off is when people try to indoctrinate children. And the Satanic Temple is just as guilty of this as any other religious organization that tries to put their things into schools, into libraries, into all sorts of things like that. And, you know, the Satanic Temple, they have the After School Satan Club. They have this book that they're pushing out as a way of getting their stuff into, you know, it's all trying to get people to get pissed off and have it removed so they can have a litigation and challenge laws and censorship. I mean, I'm all for challenging laws and censorship, especially when certain religious organizations seem to have more religious clout than others. But this whole thing, is this really what we want out there? Now, many of you know I am a Satanist, but I don't agree with the Satanic Temple. I don't agree with the Satanic Temple and a lot of the things they have to say. And call me weird, call me whatever you want to, but it's just one of those things. I don't agree with what's going on with the Satanic Temple. They just seem to be making a name for themselves as political upstarts trying to get things going. Now, if you're a part of the Satanic Temple and like to reach out to me and talk, I'd love to talk. Feel free to reach out. Now, I'm going to put this in the text of this video. Before I forget, I need to mention that Pixabay is a great source of music, and they provide most of the music I use. And I'd like to just thank them. And I will have a link in the show notes eventually to Pixabay and their music library. Just wanted to get that out of the way so I don't get totally flummoxed and forget. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, I'm a little scattered. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. What do you expect? Well, going about 4, I think. It's to be expected. I think challenging social norms is a great thing to do. It's something we should all do. But do we really need to attach our religious beliefs to our politics? I don't think so. See, that's the biggest problem we've got right now with religion. Especially here in the United States, the Christian Coalition and the religious right, are really flaunting that they can get away with anything and everything. I mean, there's been some saying that we've got a great Supreme Court in there as Christians. We need to do everything we can so our laws will be challenged. We will be upheld by the Supreme Court because in the past 5 years, they've been upheld. 11 religiocentric things have been upheld by the Supreme Court. And that's more than has happened in the last 20 years, where they only got maybe one every 3-4 years that they succeeded on winning. I try to avoid politics, but they're making it so I can't avoid politics. So I'm going to have to become more politically savvy and figure out what I'm doing so I don't sound like I'm talking out of my ass all the time. So if you come across this, and this is just me coming up here spouting out a bunch of bullshit, getting things out of my head. Hope you enjoyed it. I'd like to thank Morgan Le Fay, who is my latest subscriber. Thank you very much. And we're up to 85 subscribers. We've got 15 till we hit the magic number 100. The magic number 100 allows me to do a few things with YouTube. Not as much as it does when I hit 1,000, but hey, that's 1/10 of the way there. We're getting closer. Stay tuned. Later on today, we're going to have the Infernal Diatribe. And we will get together and talk about beliefs versus lifestyle. Is Satanism a belief, a lifestyle, or is it both? Can it be both? Well, until later on tonight, be seeing you. Remember, Tanstoffel. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch. And we will catch you later. Ave Satanas.